The super rich in California have an outsized impact on that state's budget. And when the stock market is volatile, so is the revenue into one of the world's biggest economies. Aditi Roy is in San Francisco.
California's wealthiest residents, which include Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison, Larry Page, and Sergey Brin, pay the most in personal taxes. That's because of the state's progressive tax system, in which the top 1% of taxpayers generate nearly half of California's personal income tax revenue. That also means big drops in the stock market can create volatility in the state's revenues, especially since California's wealthiest residents make a big chunk of their money from capital gains and tech company stock options.
Today, our economy is larger than all but 4 nations in the world. We've created nearly 3 million jobs and put away billions of dollars for a rainy day.
It's a challenge Governor Gavin Newsom, who took office today, will inherit. While the state currently has a budget surplus, experts say a turn in the markets could result in swings in the state's budget. Former Governor Jerry Brown spoke about that volatility during a budget address last year.
The difficulty comes when we have property tax. It was very stable. The property tax has only gone down once since the Great Recession, whereas the income tax have gone down many, many times. And that volatility is what we're trying to face.
One way the state is facing that volatility, its $13 billion rainy day fund. But one tax expert tells us if the legislature approves big new spending programs and if there's a market downturn, that fund would quickly dry up. In a paper released last year, California's Legislative Analyst's Office says that in California, revenues fluctuate in the economy and the stock market more than most other states. The office estimates that the dot-com bust of the early 2000s led to $80 billion in losses. And a mild recession or even deep bear market could result in a $20 billion budget problem. While Gavin Newsom has indicated he would like to overhaul the tax system, there are few particulars about how he plans to do it. Some, however, worry that any changes would roll the tax burden onto lower income taxpayers. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Aditi Roy, San Francisco.